And, you know, God is just truly, in 2010, if you just grab onto this, if you just step out, your life will totally be changed. You know, if you put away all of your religious issues and just the doctrines of men and just receive the word for the word of what God is saying, your life will change. A lot of times we come in with our own thoughts and our own notions and what we believe and what mama said and grandmama them said. But if you just really get into this word and live it according to him who wrote it. See, to me, the best person to consult is the one that wrote it. And that is able to do what he wrote. And so therefore, that would be my first source. And so if you get into this word and just live this thing out, it's awesome. You know, as the minister was saying up here, as he was talking about, there are different graces. And we talked about that over the last few weeks. There is the saving grace. That gets you into heaven. You know, that's the grace. It means that you couldn't have did it for yourself. And so if you understand that, if you know that the only reason my name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life is because the Lamb died for me. The only reason that Jesus is away preparing a place for me is because he first made a way for me. And so if you know you didn't have anything to do with it, if you know that you can look at your life and know that the life you lived was messed up, but God still blessed you. If you know that it's nothing that you did, and the only reason that I'm saved today, the only reason that I'm able to worship today and praise God is because he made a way. See, that's saving grace. But if I understand that grace, well, I gotta understand the grace of giving. Because God said there's a grace in giving. And what God is saying is, once again, that in your giving and in your living, you ain't gonna do it for yourself. If you realize that God will prosper you his way, then God will have you living according to his wallet and not your wallet. The best freedom you can experience is to know that I am not hindered by what I have. But I can live according to what my Father has. That you will be free to be what God has called you to be. So if you can understand these graces, I don't know how we can understand saving grace, but I can't get with the giving grace. You know, if he get it over here, I know he'll do it over there. The only reason I would not receive it is because I have not renewed my mind. But that's why God even covered that in Romans chapter 12. He said that what I need you to do, he said, is present your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto me, that is your reasonable service. He said, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you can prove the good, acceptable, and perfect will of God. What God said to you, he said, allow me to take your life and show the world how bad I am. See, people can't see God, but they can see me. And I'm supposed to represent God in the earth. I'm supposed to allow my life to be lived in such a way that you look at me and say, look at God. Look what God has done. See, we in the church don't understand. The world don't see God. And each of us don't see God. You ain't seen God. You know, I'm not one of the people that say I haven't had an out-of-body experience. I have never seen God. But I've seen his word. And I've seen what he can do in a life that is submitted to him. And I know that it couldn't have been me that did it. It had to be somebody outside of me that could take me and transform me. See, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but I know who I was before God showed up. I know who I did before God showed up. I know what I did before God showed up. So I know that there's a God. And I know that he's back. Because if he can take a wretch like me and turn me around and put my feet on solid ground and have me in church on Sunday morning lifting up his name, there can't be nobody but God. And so I believe he can do that. Why would I not believe that he can take my financial life or take my natural life and change that? Talk to me, somebody. So let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians. Keep that in mind. God said he needs your vessel to prove that he is God. He needs your vessel to save somebody today. He needs your vessel to let people know that we serve the one and only true God. We got to let them know it's not Muhammad and it's not Buddha. We got to let them know that it's not them, that it is in Jesus Christ. That it's only by the shed blood of Jesus. It's only by Jesus leaving heaven and coming down to earth. It's only by Jesus making himself poor that I can be rich. It's only by Jesus going down and preaching the gospel of hell for 3 days and getting back up 3 days later with all power in his hand. It's only by Jesus that's sitting at the right hand of the Father, continuing making intercession on my behalf. We got to be vessels that gotta let the devil know. We are not victims, we are victors. We ain't just survivors, we drivers, baby. We are destined for greatness. You better ask somebody. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So you got to receive this word. I don't know, every day ought to be Super Bowl in your life. Every day you ought to be living like you don't want a Super Bowl.